Are you planning a trip to Washington, D.C., but not sure how to structure your time? Maybe you've been here before, but felt like you missed out on the full experience. Or maybe this is your first visit, and you're wondering, what's the best way to actually spend 5 days in D.C. without wasting time? Because let's be honest, there's no shortage of recommendations online. Plenty of lists, plenty of must-see places, but most of them don't tell you how to experience the city in a way that actually makes sense. So here's the real question. Do you want to just check off landmarks, or do you want to experience DC in a way that feels natural, balanced, and memorable? Because the way you plan your time here completely changes how you experience the city. In this video, I'm going to walk you through a complete 5-day plan, and more importantly, explain why each day is structured the way it is. Stay tuned. Hello folks, this is Rob Clark, a local real estate agent serving Washington, D.C. and Maryland. On this channel, we break down what it's really like to live, work, eat, and play in this area, using real insight and clear explanations so you can make confident decisions. If you're thinking about moving to D.C., relocating within Maryland, selling your home, or just want a realistic view of what life looks like here in 2026, make sure you hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you're notified every time we release a new video. We help people relocate from all over the country, and we absolutely love it. So when you're ready to explore your options, give us a call, text, or email anytime. Let me put this into perspective.
Let's go!
Most people come to DC and try to do everything in 1 or 2 days. They go from monument to museum to restaurant, and they pack everything in so tightly that by the end of the trip, it feels more exhausting than enjoyable. The reality is, DC is not a city you rush, it's a city you experience in layers. There's a rhythm to it. Mornings feel different from afternoons. Weekdays feel different from weekends. Certain places feel completely different depending on the time of day, so instead of overwhelming yourself, this 5-day plan is built around flow. Each day has a purpose, each day builds on the next, and by the end of it, you won't just feel like you visited DC, you'll feel like you understand it.
I totally agree.
Day 1, the foundation. Day 1 is about getting your bearings, and there's no better place to start than the National Mall. This is the core of DC. Everything connects here, but what most people don't realize is this isn't just a collection of monuments. It's a carefully designed space meant to be experienced over time. Start your day early, and I mean early enough where the city is just starting to wake up. Head toward the Lincoln Memorial at this hour. The environment feels completely different. You'll hear footsteps echoing across the steps. You'll see runners passing by, people quietly taking in the view. There's no rush, no crowds, just space, and this is where you start to connect with the city in a different way. Now begin your walk toward the Washington Monument, and this walk is important because it shows you something most people overlook: the scale. This isn't a quick walk. It's long enough to slow you down, to make you notice things. The distance between monuments, the open green space, the way everything lines up visually. Take a moment halfway through, turn around, look back at the Lincoln Memorial, then look forward again. You start to understand the intentional design of DC. Now, as the morning turns into midday, you'll notice a shift. More people arrive, tour groups, families, visitors taking photos, energy builds. And this is where you can explore some of the nearby Smithsonian museums at your own pace. But don't try to do too much, because the goal today is not to complete everything, it's to get comfortable. Now, if you stay into the evening, that's when the experience changes again. The lighting shifts, the crowds thin out, and the monuments feel more reflective, more still. This is one of the most underrated times to be here. Day 1 is about orientation, but more than that, it's about setting the tone for the rest of your trip.
I want to go to there.
Day 2, museums in depth. Day 2 is where you go deeper, and this is where a lot of people make a mistake. They try to visit too many places, they rush from one museum to another, and by the end of it, everything starts to blur together. So here's a better approach.
Now listen closely.
Focus on the Smithsonian institution, but choose intentionally. Pick one or two museums that actually interest you. Start your day with something immersive, like the National Museum of African American History and Culture. Now, when you walk in, don't treat it like a checklist. Move slowly. Each level tells a story, and the deeper you go, the more connected everything becomes. Take breaks between sections. Sit down for a few minutes. Let what you just saw sink in. Because this isn't just information, it's experience. Now, sometime in the afternoon, you might decide to visit another museum, and that's fine. But keep the same pace, no rushing, no pressure. You're not trying to complete DC, you're trying to understand it. And this day is where the city becomes more meaningful, not just visually impressive, but historically and culturally layered. Day 3, neighborhood experience. Day 3 is where everything starts to feel more personal. This is where you step away from major landmarks and into real neighborhoods. Start in Georgetown. Right away, the environment shifts. The streets feel more compact. The architecture feels more detailed. And the pace slows down naturally. Walk along the main streets for a bit. But don't stay there too long. Turn into the side streets. That's where you'll see quiet residential blocks, tree-lined paths, row homes, small details that show how people actually live here. Then make your way toward the waterfront, and this is where you pause. Sit for a moment. Watch how people move. Some are walking, some are sitting, some are just enjoying the view. No one is rushing. Now, later in the day, head toward DuPont Circle. And this area feels completely different, more local, more everyday activity. You'll see people working on laptops, meeting friends, walking their dogs. This is where DC stops feeling like a destination and starts feeling like a place you could actually see yourself living.
Yeah, boy.
Day 4, food, waterfront, and movement. Day 4 brings the energy back. Start your morning at Union Market and don't rush through it. Walk slowly, take it all in. Different vendors, different cuisines, different people. This is one of the best places to see the diversity of DC in one space. Try something new, something you wouldn't normally order, because this is part of the experience. Now, as the day continues, make your way to the wharf, and this is where the environment opens up again. Water views, walking paths, space to move around. During the afternoon, it's relaxed. People sitting by the water, walking casually, taking their time. But as the evening approaches, everything shifts. Lights come on, music starts playing, more people arrive, restaurants become active. There's movement, energy. This is where you experience DC socially, not just as a place to see, but as a place to engage.
Right. I totally agree.
Day 5, reset and reflection. Day 5 is about slowing everything down. After 4 days of movement, this is where you reset. Start at the tidal basin. Walk slowly around the water. No rush, no schedule. This is where you reflect on everything you've experienced. The landmarks, the neighborhoods, the energy of the city. Then head into Rock Creek Park. And this is where everything changes. You're still in DC, but it doesn't feel like it. The noise disappears. The pace slows even more. You'll see people walking quietly, jogging, sitting. This is not a tourist experience. This is everyday life. And that's what makes it powerful, because now you've seen both sides of DC, the active side and the quiet side.
Let's go!
Here's how I look at this from a practical standpoint. Each day is designed with intention. Day 1 is about orientation, understanding layout, movement, and structure. Day 2 is about depth, slowing down and engaging mentally. Day 3 is about lifestyle, seeing how people actually live day to day. Day 4 is about energy, experiencing movement, food, and social interaction. Day 5 is about recovery, creating balance and space. Now, here's where this becomes important. Most people mix all of this together. They try to do everything at once, and when that happens, the experience becomes fragmented. There's no flow, no structure, no rhythm. But when you break it down like this, everything connects. Each day prepares you for the next, and by the end of it, you've experienced DC from multiple perspectives, not just as a visitor, but almost like a local. And that's exactly how I approach real estate. It's not just about showing homes, it's about understanding how someone wants to live, what pace they prefer, what environment fits them best. Because at the end of the day, location is not just about where you are. It's about how your day-to-day life feels in that environment. If you're thinking about moving to Washington, D.C., or Maryland, or even just trying to understand which areas fit your lifestyle, let's talk through it. Every part of this region offers something different, and the right fit comes down to how you want your day-to-day life to feel. Call, text, or email me for a personalized consultation. And if this video helped you see DC from a different perspective, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss future breakdowns. I'm Robert Clark, helping you make smart strategic moves in DC and Maryland. See you in the next video.